And let there be sound. Hello, everybody. My name is Kirby, Kwan Jr., and you are once again tuning into the Ghetto Fabulous Podcast. Joining me today, we have a special guest. We have somebody who sits in the back and writes there. The writer sits in the back. How are you doing today, William?
It's William, and yeah, I'm doing great today.
What do you prefer, actually? Do you prefer me to call you by your egregiously long name, or just William?
Just William or Will. It's up to you, to be honest. But
Joseph. So
don't use my YouTube name. You can put that in the description or some like
shit.
That. Yeah.
Nice. So for those who didn't catch the last video on my YouTube channel, so like the last vlog, William and I, as well as a bunch of friends, we actually headed over to Toys, which is like a toy store chain in Canada. They are closing down, and the reason why we decided to go back to a toy store was because we just wanted to kind of fulfill that nostalgic feeling of going to a toy store, like how we did when we were kids, because we were born in the 90s and grew up in late 90s and early 2000s. So today's topic for the podcast would be more or less just like nostalgic things that we miss from our childhood, including and starting with toys. So what were some action figures or toys that you had as a kid that you like really miss or perhaps wanted but could never get?
I think first toys I collected were actually cars and trains, to be honest, because I really liked the automotive stuff on the roads.
Right.
And like I just had a bucket of car. I remember having a bucket of cars when I was growing up, and then there was this point where I had like a train set with like actual smoke that came out of the engine, so that was pretty sick. Like it just went like woo 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 woo, and like the smoke just like went up there. It was pretty awesome and safe, so we didn't burn down the apartment or anything like that.
That's good to hear. Perhaps a little bit closer. Like, yeah, there.
Am I just like kissing the mic right now?
Yeah, bro. Make out with it, bro.
Yeah. No, I don't want to give you corona or anything like that.
Get out of my house. No, I'm playing. On the flip side, for me, I've always been a huge action figure fan. Like that's just the way that I was. You know, growing up, I think like one of the biggest like toys that every kid wanted around our age was like those Power Rangers figures. I don't know if you remembered, where like I forgot how the mechanism works. I think you squeeze their legs or something, and then like the head flips inside, and then like the Tommy's head or Jason's or whoever, like their head pops up instead. The Morphin Rangers.
Yeah, I remember seeing those commercials, but like even as a kid, I always thought Power Rangers was just so cheesy.
Get out of my house. I'm joking.
Like it kind of was like
no,
I
it was
a kid.
Especially if you watch it again, like as an adult, it's like, well, shit. Each episode ends the exact same way. Call upon the Megazord. They do the same final like thing, and then boom, done.
Yeah. But the villains were hilarious, at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, like, you just had a guy in a suit, and I'm pretty sure they ADR dubbed someone's
they
voice
ADR'd like 50% of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coincidentally, in that last vlog, I ended up going to Toys R Us because Toys didn't really have anything for me. Everyone else bought something. What did you get again? You got it like a card game or something?
Yeah, I got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tin that unfortunately I think I wasted money on because there weren't a lot of good pulls.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's why I don't gamble or get involved with that gacha shit that a lot of people involved in right now. Don't want to waste money.
Yeah, and then I think Kevin got a Nerf gun, and I think Patrick got like a puzzle. So for me, I didn't get anything. So when I went to Toys R Us, I was looking for something in particular. So here it is. We got ourselves our mascot, which just looks like a mini version of myself.
The panda of the Kirby Kwan podcast.
Kirby, Ghetto Fabulous Panda.
Yeah.
I haven't named him yet, but yeah. So we shall keep him right here.
His name shall be Timmy.
Jeff. My name Jeff.
I was going to say Timmy, but yeah.
Timmy's Timmy the Panda. No, that sounds weird. I was going to say Peter the Panda, but then I would be like ripping off Phineas and Ferb.
Peter Panda.
We'll figure it out eventually. But yeah. So I got that, and then coincidentally I also got like this like 2-pack of like, you remember the Green Ranger and like the putties.
Yeah, I remember.
It was on sale for like $40. I'm like, $40? Yeah, let's do it.
You ended up, well, I remember you looked at some superhero action figures as well, but you didn't end up getting them. Why? Why didn't you end up getting them?
I felt like for the price and quality of, I guess it's like me, like as a semi-arts person, like kind of critiquing it, like relative to the price point, the sculpt, paint, and mobility, I guess, like the articulation of the toy. Like it didn't really feel like it was fully worth the price point. And I don't really, because the thing is, I want better domestic products, right, in toys, especially as an adult market, like an adult collector's market. And I just felt like it was kind of shit, for lack of a better term.
Are you a box out guy or box in guy?
I do both.
Okay, you do both.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you collect figures because you like them, but like I think there's a market where people collect figures just so they can turn a profit later or something.
Like scalpers,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
I
hate those.
I hate them
people.
for any type of collecting purposes. I hate scalpers. Like the thing that pissed me off. I worked at a athletic apparel store. And he did 2 under my wing, under my tutelage, so to speak.
I was his bitch.
You were my slave, fuck a bitch. But now jokes aside, though, shortly after the death of Kobe Bryant,
Kobe, do it for Kobe. Yeah, go on.
I don't think I can after that, but no. But shortly after the passing of Kobe Bryant, there was like a lot of motherfuckers that came into the store asking for Kobe Bryant jerseys, and we had like the authentic collection Mitchell and S one sitting for like maybe like 3. Before you quit, it was still there, right?
I remember. Yeah, it was a big ass Kobe Bryant shirt, jersey that was like friggin' the cost of,
it was,
I think,
it was
300
or 350,
excluding taxes too.
Yeah. So it was sitting there for a solid 6-7 months or so, right? And then when he passed, suddenly they all got sold out, which that makes sense. But the thing was, there was a lot of like fucking assholes who were like, "Yeah, man, I've been looking for a Kobe Bryant like jersey forever. We couldn't find it." I'm like, "That's bullshit, man. This thing's been sitting here for half a year. The fuck you mean?" And there's a lot of scalpers that just bought up all of like the Kobe's and his jerseys and shit, and just started like scalping it and selling it to people who are tugged by heartstrings. And I'm like, how dare you fucking profit off of like the death of an icon? You know, that shit legit pissed me off. Like I like ranted about it on Instagram and everything.
Yeah, and then you have to be careful of like bootlegs figures that are out there as well.
Yeah,
I only know because I'm still collecting anime figures and whatnot, and yeah, it's an expensive hobby, but like you do it for the passion, right?
Yeah, of course. Anything you collect is usually for a passion. So as an adult, actually, I think it's a good transition to ask. As an adult, like, why did you? I know why I did, but like, for example, why did you sort of transition into collecting toys, even though you're like a fully grown adult? Because I'm like that too.
That's what my parents ask me every day, to be honest. But
same.
If real talk here, I just feel like it adds more personality to my room, because like. To be honest, like if I go into someone's room and they have nothing on the walls, it's just a blank room, I either think they're a serial killer or some kind of sociopath.
You don't think they're Marie Kondo, bro? Like some people live a minimalistic life.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate minimalism, but at the same time, I feel like if there's nothing and it's just like a blank slate, like that's probably. I probably think I should be cautious around that person, because they're probably not good in the head, you know. but yeah, having figures and things from like my favorite series just adds personality into my like space, and kind of helps you sleep better, right? It helps me sleep better, at least.
Okay. For me, it's because it's to fulfill a childish need, which is to have all my favorite characters in a 3-dimensional form. Simple as that. Of course, with the advancements in the technology and everything these days, like, some of these joints are like freaking tight with the way that it's sculpted really well, and it looks real. Like it looks like it's actually like they just took the character and then like turned it into a plastic version of himself. Like some of these things are really, really well done. Sometimes not so much. Like Marvel Legends and shit, like it's very hit or miss. It's usually, like it's whatever. But like, like I like to collect toys just simply because I need to fulfill that need as a child. Because that's also technically how I started cosplaying, was like, I need a good representation of this character in 3-dimensional form, but it doesn't exist. So I was like, fuck it, I'll be that. I'll be that my own action figure. That sounds really weird out of context. But yeah,
I'll just cover myself in plastic and just put myself in a big glass case.
Doesn't that just sounds like worshipping cosmetic surgery? Well, that got very awkwardly political, I guess.
Just make myself like a bunch of joints and just start posing myself somehow.
That actually is how I engineer like costumes for cosplay. Like have to put the breaks in the elbows and knees and torso. But yeah, that's the reason why I collect like toys specifically and other things, of course.
Yeah, I have. It's based on a childish need for sure.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's more like I didn't grow up with a lot of things that I could get my hands on because like my parents are always like, I wouldn't say penny pinchers, but like they wouldn't get me stuff that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So who you texting, buddy?
My mom, she called me and I forgot to tell her that I was already filming.
Yeah, that's
Why'd you have to expose me like that, though?
Now you all know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Hi,
was based off a childish need just for me to get stuff that I want. Because now that I have money, I can, watch what I spend, but obviously spend as much as I want on like some of the toys.
Responsibly, of course.
Responsibly, yeah, responsibly.
Well, I mean, was that supposed
Don't
to be
look at my credit card statements for the month.
Was that supposed to be your Kawhi Leonard laugh?
Maybe.
Right. Speaking of sports, Blue Jays opening day today, right?
Yeah, big boy Ryu is starting today.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I need to cop a jersey.
Yeah,
in the baby blue.
Yeah, it really looks nice.
Fire.
I don't like the new hats that they got on.
Like the navy and the baby blue.
Yeah, navy. Well, not the colors. It's the logo because like the Blue Jay is like hiding behind. He's like just peeking behind the Canadian maple leaf or something like that, and like it's just like it looks kind of.
Are you talking about the
ones that
the batting practice?
I think
or the actual on field because
I think it's the on field one because like that's how they look right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know they had the powder blue ones, which looks fantastic.
I thought the on field was just the navy with the powder blue on the brim. Or am I tripping?
I have to see.
I guess we'll see
tonight's
today, right?
game. Yeah. But yeah, they're playing in Tampa Bay, and apparently our team is homeless right now. But because like the Canadian government just kicked them out, so I believe they're gonna play most of their home games in Buffalo.
Yeah. And then Raptors tomorrow night.
Yeah, Raptors tomorrow night. Right? Yeah, but let's be honest, like Lakers are just gonna. Everyone wants the Lakers to win because they gotta do it for Kobe. That's how I'm honoring Kobe. I'm just like they gotta do it for Kobe.
Who is that even supposed to be?
I don't know. I just feel like that's how I think diehard NBA fan would sound like. Do it for Kobe. He died for your sins. Yeah.
I feel very uncomfortable right now.
Jesus. Just like leave that, yeah. But
no, that's staying.
We all like. I want someone to ruin the Lakers' chances. To be honest,
I just want Toronto to win because I'm from Toronto. But if I had to choose another team aside from the home team, I would prefer the Clippers to win. Excuse me.
Because you know who's on that team with
Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George. Yeah. The Kawhi.
People actually legit sleep on Paul George though.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was injured a lot. Before, right?
First, the initial injury was brutal, and then like the shoulders or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like people still see the Clippers as just like the Lakers,
the
second bastard child of LA or something like that.
Well, I mean, the thing about
they had a shitty owner for years too.
The thing about the Clippers too is like they're kind of undersized.
Yeah,
like the only true big man they have is Zubac, and then after that would be Trez. But like Trez is pretty small as a big man. Like as a center,
they still have Lou, right?
Yeah.
Lou Williams.
Yeah, but he's a guard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like the whole team is relatively small.
Is our team small, or do we still have big men like Ibaka? And
We're
Gasol?
kind of in between. We have like Gasol and Ibaka are pretty sizable, but then if you look at our wings, like they're still kind of undersized.
Yeah. You think we can take on Boston and Philly for the Raptors? I want the Raptors to win, but like there are some teams that
if I'm being honest, like
side glance.
when I saw like the offseason moves that like the Sixers made, I thought like that was going to be a nightmarish matchup for us because of their general size.
Yeah.
But seeing that they have like major chemistry issues, I think we're okay with 76ers.
Yeah, we can take them on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Boston has like
yeah.
very good synergy with Kemba and Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So that they may prove to be like a bit of an issue.
Yeah, I feel like the teams that I have issue with is maybe Boston, Miami, and Bucks.
Yeah, Miami like is killing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I
both their rookies are pretty
Bam
good.
Adebayo's. I heard he's been killing
MIP candidate, right?
Yeah, he's just like I hope I hope we win the 2 seed and we can just take on either the Magic or the whatever remnants of the Brooklyn Nets are left.
The Magic.
Yeah.
I legit sometimes forget that Orlando exists.
The Nets just like because of the coronavirus and just people getting injured, their team is just
who's even on their team right now? Like of significance besides like Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, like KD and Kyrie are out on that team, and then everyone else either had corona or got injured for the rest of the season.
So just Jarrett Allen and Spencer.
It's just
Dinwiddie?
like some guy named LeVert, but other than that,
Karis LeVert.
Yeah, it's just that guy and some other players we don't even know about.
Brooklyn,
easy sweep.
Brooklyn is actually somewhat unfortunate, man. Like when they had D'Lo and Jalen, like it looked like it was actually gonna have like a decent playoff run, and then Jimmy Lin got injured in the first game.
Yeah, I still remember when the Nets almost like single-handedly beat Raptors with the Paul Pierce block. That was bad. That brings up bad memories.
Every time I think of Paul Pierce, I just think of him like needing to take a shit.
Yeah. But apparently he's the MVP of Game of Zone, so the greatest of all time in that YouTube series. So
did you see the ending?
Yeah, I seen the ending.
It was kind of lackluster.
What, you didn't like Paul Pierce being the GOAT?
Well, just in general, I just thought it was aight.
Yeah,
compared to like
I wish they expanded on some stuff, but you know they have a limited budget. By the way, LeBron, like, what do you think of his beard? Because like I feel like I see some grays in his beard now. It's burlier and he has less hair on his head.
Well, that was quite the topic to switch to.
No, like I have to ask because like when I saw this guy, it looks like he aged so much in like the past few months or something like that.
I mean, like I never took note of his beard.
Okay, not his beard. I'm not. Let's not. We all know James Harden is king in that category.
Sure, but I don't know, man. Between him and Kendrick Perkins, I'm playing, but like
we shouldn't talk about beards when we don't have one.
I mean, you grew one out like during like the lockdown, no?
Yeah, I had a really before I had a long goatee, if you remember.
Yeah,
I just like went like I just looked like a Chinese master or some shit like that. But yeah,
because for me, like I grew it out once, but it was really strange because like my jawline is super round, right? Like there's no corners. That's why I never like grew a beard again. I always trimmed it. But no, I like you could see that LeBron is starting to lose some of his like athleticism, especially like in the post. I find.
Yeah.
Like, did you see All-Star Game when he got like blocked by Giannis?
I think I might have seen that.
Yeah, that made him look like a bitch.
Oh, he's like 35, going on 36 right now, right? I mean,
at his
feel
age, though, like it's hard to really like combat like that type of like decrease or decline in athleticism. But I think he's doing good for his age.
You think he plays as long as Vince Carter? Vince Carter.
What is that accent? No.
I'm sorry. I just want to say some names funny today. Like, but yeah.
You should have said Vinci Carter.
Vince Carter. I just say it like how, I don't know. It's like a mix between French and Asian, to be honest.
That just sounded like fucking like Dracula, bro.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Or even like a fucking like a some kind of like Hispanic party or Vince Carter. Yeah. Wait, no, that's Italian. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we're racist. Fuck.
But yeah, does he play as long as
Vince Carter played for what, like 22 years in the league, right? From 98 to 2020. So yeah, 22 years. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's like a long time, right? He basically was there like for like our generation and probably other.
Yeah. He's the first player to play in 4 decades technically.
Yeah.
Tail end of 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, and 1 year for 2020.
Yeah. LeBron will probably lose all his hair and go down to his chin like Vince. Then
You see the joke about in Bleacher Report where it's like where Michael Jordan hands him like a razor. It's like, all right, you have to go bald, then you can be a GOAT.
yeah, I've seen that.
It's true though. MJ, Kobe, LeBron. You know, maybe you should stop spending so much money on the fucking surgeries and shit. Just shave it off, bro.
Yeah, but the only reason I brought LeBron up is because like I don't want the Lakers to win, man. I want my Raps to win, but
for narrative purposes, I don't mind if they win this year only.
I know, but like,
but I want us to repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, Lakers fans, like, I don't know. I think some are entitled, but
some are no, definitely Lakers and Celtics sometimes like they're very entitled because they are.
Oh, I hate every team. Me and Nick hate every team from Boston. Well, he likes the Patriots, but like we have a hate for Celtics, the Bruins, Celtics, Red Sox. Yeah,
the Bruins actually used to be fucking like kind of amazing back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, well, they won the cup in 2010, but you know, like they beat our team too much. Every time,
yeah, in the 2010s, bro, we kept on getting murdered.
Yeah, fuck the Bruins.
Remember that one year where we were going to like actually dethrone them for once, and then like they just scored on us back to back, and they didn't even pull the goalie. Collapsed.
Yeah,
we fucking like choked like motherfuckers.
Yeah, but yeah, Celtics. Yeah, I don't like overachievers. I like I like rooting for the underdog.
I do like their team though.
The Lakers or Celtics?
Celtics. Like their individual young guys. I think like their team is pretty solid.
Yeah,
like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. People sleep on Jaylen Brown sometimes.
Yeah, Lakers have they have AD and LeBron, and are people
JaVale McGee.
are people still looking at Dwight Howard and Kyle Kuzma as good guys?
Dwight Howard like declined a bit, but I would say that he's still a good defensive presence.
Yeah.
Kyle Kuzma is a little bit inconsistent,
and they still have Danny Green, right?
And he's been kind of inconsistent this year.
Yeah,
like the opening few weeks, it was pretty good. I don't know what the hell happened to him.
So you think they're gonna rely on AD and LeBron to try and score, or do you think our defense is gonna at least choke them up if we make it to the finals at least?
Again, they have like a huge size like advantage against us though. AD, JaVale, and Dwight Howard. They're easily larger than Ibaka, and then like Gasol is not as mobile as he used to be.
But like, you think we're gonna play either small ball or like land a lot of 3-pointers or something like that to win?
Does that not mean the same thing in essence?
Yeah, I always thought small ball was like just straight up 2-pointers all the time. But yeah,
I think that's probably our tactic though. Like.
But I feel like we're defense first, and then the offense. Hopefully, we can wrap it up. And then you know, Marc Gasol lost all the weight, and he and Kyle have been working out during the break. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen.
Because the other thing is like, in transition, I think that we're legitimately a better team.
Yeah.
Like in the fast break and transition, like especially if you have guys like Powell and Siakam on the fast break, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy they managed to even pull it off in Disney World, in Orlando. Did you see all the? Yeah, did you see?
How everyone got haircuts?
Stuff? Yeah, and then
everyone got braids, bro. I felt like I was like, "Yo, we back in like 2003. The fuck is this?"
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I thought people shaved their heads, but like, yeah, I didn't know they had all the braids coming in.
Do you know like who I can't recognize without his iconic hair? The fuck was his name? He was like the point guard on the Magic for the longest time. Alfred Payton.
Oh, Payton.
Remember how that fool had like literally just a clump of hair?
I don't remember Payton that much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
People who know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a diehard NBA fan. I just like know the Raptors and some stuff. I'm like kind of casual. Yeah.
But yeah, of course I want the Raptors to win. Like the repeat would be nice.
You think it's another asterisk, or is it just like another? Like, I kind of hate the asterisk thing. Like, you know, you can't control the coronavirus. And, like, last year, too, like, you know, we still won.
No, I don't understand the one for last year.
Because, like, KD wasn't in there, and they lost Clay in some certain games.
Okay, but let's say if we matched up against, it would have been Portland.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I still think we would beat Portland. Yeah. Like, Dame is my dude, but I still think, like, we would fuck up Portland.
Yeah.
In in 6 as well, in 6 or 7.
Yeah, this year, I mean, you could make an argument, but I think it still counts.
Yeah. With that said, though, we have come to that time where we're going to take a quick break and we're going to get back on topic when we come back. See you guys in a few.
I only know him because, like, there were Asian cliques in our high school.
You actually pronounce it clique?
Yeah. That's how you're supposed to say it, right?
Is it? I thought it was just click.
I don't know. The QUE kind of makes me think it's like clique. Yeah.
Anyways, we're back. So, but yeah, the fuck were we talking about?
We were bouncing from childhood toys to sports, I guess, but
now we're gonna bounce back to just childhood in general, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or just like, yeah, our upbringing and shit.
Yeah, we both poor motherfuckers. End of story. Bye.
All right, so you can follow us on okay. No, but it is true. We're all broke motherfuckers. That's why I buy all my toys now. Because as a kid, my parents did a good. My parents actually did get toys for me strictly because they realized it would be cheaper than investing in gaming.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but they also didn't want to spoil you, right? Like, my parents did a good job doing that, at least.
Yo, I was the reason why I developed my art skills, so to speak, was because as a kid I couldn't afford action figures, so I would actually draw it on paper and cut them out. Paper dolls, is that what they're called?
Yeah, you fold paper dolls and then you kind of try to make them stand on their own, right?
Okay, no, but sure.
Because we had some things like that in arts and craft where we drew something.
What did you just say?
We drew something on construction paper.
Oh, okay, because I just heard you say the C word. I was like, whoa.
I said, well, you mean cut the...
No, because you stopped halfway when you said construction. You just... And then like, whoa. You fold the what? How do you fold it? You dirty bastard.
Hey, man, like, it's your show, so you have the dirty mind. But yeah, we drew the figures on the construction paper, cut them out, and then I think we kind of folded them up to make them kind of stand on their own. Either that, or we just like posted it on like cardboard or cardboard or something like that. And,
yeah, that's more so what I did. The latter.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't afford toys.
Which elementary school did you go to?
The one right over there. I'm not going to mention it on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One over there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the reason why I buy a lot of toys as an adult. But some of the badass shit I remember that I did have as a kid. Yo, my auntie came through and bought me the Batwing from the animated series.
Oh, nice.
I had no idea where the fuck it ended up going. Have you ever had that issue where like you remember these dope toys that you had as a kid, or even just shit that is worth a lot, but then you're like, where the fuck did it go?
I had, one of those like toy, really big toy cars. This was like shaped like I think, just like one of those big machinery that's used to dig out large pieces of soil and
like
stuff
a crane?
like that.
No, not a crane.
The wheels were similar to a crane, like,
but it had like a giant scoop thing, right?
Well, it wasn't without the scoop. It was just like a motor car or something like that. I had a remote control motor car growing up, and I think I still have it. It's like buried in the basement, but it doesn't work anymore. I still have like the old controller with like the bendy antenna sticking out.
Yeah, those are the days for the RC vehicles.
Yeah, RC vehicles. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I had that growing up. I also had a scooter as well. Dude,
I had like 2 Batmobiles, but they were all from like the Batman show, so they're not like really based off of like what I personally like in a Batmobile. I remember I had like a Lego Batman set as a kid. It was like the Batboat one. That shit is rare these days.
Really?
I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
I legit cannot remember what happened to it.
Yeah, but those toys growing up, like, now, like, whenever I see them, like, since I collect a lot of like really detailed figures now, like,
yeah,
they don't look as good as I thought it would be, like, so that's why I don't really obviously I still go to Toys R Us and some stuff because one, I'm hoping they don't go out bankrupt like in the US.
Yeah.
And 2, it's good to look at the toys and
just it has that feeling, that nostalgic feeling, right?
Because I grew up with the game console at least, so
Nah, I didn't have shit.
Yeah, I had Game Boy Advance SP and the original DS.
Okay, that's a lie. I had those.
Yeah, well, handheld stuff. I didn't have any like real legit
like stationary consoles.
Yeah, but I played Pokemon and all that jazz. Yeah,
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
For me, like I like the thing that I love about going to a toy store these days, at least at Toys R Us. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, but like when we went, they played a lot of old songs. They played the original Toys R Us jingle, which I'm pretty sure we're a little bit too young to remember. I recognized it. Do you? So I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Some shit about all these toys that I could play with. Nope. Okay, we're too old. It's fuck. But they played like a High School Musical song that I only recognized because I heard a parody of it as a kid, and then also the 60s Spider-Man theme and shit like that, and that just made me feel like I don't want to say like a child again because I'm walking around with like a 200-pound body, but like it made me kind of realize shit. I didn't really have a good childhood, or I didn't have a fun childhood, I should say. How was your childhood in relation to that? Because you have siblings, right?
So first, my sister wasn't born until 2006. So we're
You're just gonna straight up say the age, okay?
Like it's fine. She is 10 years like younger than me, so like we're a decade apart in age. So God. The first decade of my life, like
was
I didn't
beautiful.
have a sibling. Yo, okay, fine. Let's well, I was gonna do a little clap like that, but I guess we can't do that now. I was gonna say like, yeah, man, like single kids for life, you know, like props. But yeah, first decade of my life, I didn't have a sibling, so I just had my mom and dad, and you know, it was fine.
What do you say like you don't have your mom and dad anymore? Because you said you had.
I still have them. They're still alive. Don't worry.
Because I know that no one said they just disappeared. Like fuck, like fuck it. Like okay, we're done with this one.
Yeah, but you know, it was fine. We grew up in an apartment near here, and then we moved to a house kind of closer to where Kent lives right now. So yeah, it was okay. Yeah. I got stuff, but at the same time I didn't get all the stuff, you know. So, yeah.
It's funny you say that because I just watched the Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Yeah, I heard you. I saw you that you cried like a bitch.
No, I didn't cry like a bitch. But my eyes started to tear up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because I realized like fuck, I had a non-fun childhood. Here's the thing. Here's a funny thing for people who do follow me on Instagram. I just posted a video about like me gifting a present to my quote-unquote sister's birthday.
Your sister from another mister.
Yeah, exactly. So she's actually my sister, but like I love her like a sister. She in her words, she's the little sister that I never had. In my words, she's the sister I never had or wanted. No, I'm joking.
At least you're honest about it.
No, but like after watching the Lego, if people who have seen the Lego Movie part 2, you understand what I mean. Like I realized like, well, shit, my childhood was non-existent compared to these fucking lucky bastards. They had what's his name, fucking Will Ferrell as their dad.
Yeah, I remember those two kids had.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw both movies. I like the first one more though.
The first one I enjoy more. But the second one means more to me, if that makes sense.
I was like that when I saw Up and Inside Out, to be honest.
I haven't seen Inside Out yet. Someone's probably
Inside Out,
kill me.
Yeah, Inside Out is that one movie where like I did get a little teary-eyed, so, you know, it's a good...
Pussy.
Yeah, so that's a guy who teared up at Lego Movie 2.
No, but it makes so much sense relative to, like, the relationship that me and my sister has.
If I remember correctly, and, you know, this is spoilers for anyone who wants to watch it later, but, you know, just skip over this part. I remember he was fighting with his older self in the future, right?
Yeah.
The main character.
Yeah.
That was the main conflict.
Like striving to be, quote unquote, as mature as possible and whatnot, and then realizing, bro, you could just have fun. Like, that was something that I had to discover during quarantine.
That's something that you had to learn...
Yeah.
To keep yourself.
And I feel like if my sister wasn't in my life during quarantine, because like we would watch like shows and shit, especially Phineas and Ferb. I binged Phineas and Ferb in like 3-4 days.
That's a good show from like the 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if not for like her and the presence of a few other friends that I've made in like recent years, like I probably would have put myself in a weird situation where like I want everything to be dark and serious.
Want all your shows to be dark and serious, or
my life?
Their life.
Yeah. This motherfucker wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, gonna be like Bruce Wayne, Batman,
Bruce
just like
Wayne.
brooding and like worried about who's gonna kill him next.
Yeah, praying for my downfall, praying for my nightfall.
That's a good reference.
Thank you. But yeah, like watching the Lego Movie gave me those feels. Same thing with Have you seen Toy Story 3?
Yeah, I remember seeing Toy Story 3. Like, I didn't have the emotional response to that, but like I liked that film.
Like when he had to give away
before Toy Story 4 ruined it.
Toy Story 4 was fine as a self-contained adventure.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like that fourth movie kind of undid what made the third movie so great. Because like the third movie just felt like you had a good amount of closure, at least, right?
Yeah.
Because like most of the cast either moved on and had like better lives with the preschool kids. Yeah. Well, as better lives as toys can be, but and then the fourth one is just like, I don't know. I'm still kind of.
Do you know what creep me the fuck out as I'm editing this? Imagine if as I'm editing this, I see this motherfucker move.
Yeah. He probably knows about all the secrets that we told him earlier today, so
it's okay, boy. It's okay.
It's okay, yeah.
No, but yeah, it's funny because like the reason why I got this little guy over here with the hat on is because like I pictured if I was in Toy Story, this would be the representation of me with a gun, but I forgot the gun.
low key though, if this was some conspiracy kind of shit, like that panda wouldn't be listening in on our conversation.
The funny
with
thing,
a chip from China or Russia or some shit.
The funny thing is like. You know, you might be saying, "Oh, but Kirby, there was like a fucking like purple like Build-A-Bear motherfucker in that movie." Yeah, but like the thing is, he was an evil asshole. I'm just a regular.
Lotso was an asshole. He didn't get any redemption.
Yeah, he was an evil asshole. I'm just a regular asshole. I'm not evil. So yeah.
I'm just the regular kind of asshole.
What is a toy from your past that you wish you still had today, or something that you wish you were able to purchase as a kid that you would have today? That's a hard one, huh?
Yeah, because like I can afford all the stuff that I didn't have a kid now. That's why.
Well, because I'm sure there's certain things that
are limited run and like just not made.
Not just like rarity, just simply just like something nostalgic that you wish you still held on to or could have.
This isn't something that's bought, but like I grew up with a blankie. It wasn't like. I'm serious. Like it was I call it. I had a childhood blankie growing up, and it was that's the thing that I remember just holding on to dearly, and like no price can ever replace that. But yeah, it's not that blankie's not here anymore. So, and now I just sleep with like a regular. Sheet like everyone else. Unfortunately,
kind of relate to that. Actually, I didn't have a blankie, but. Shouts to my cousin Jackie. He actually had one, right? And the thing was, I loved that thing too, but for the very strict reason that it was one of those blankets, like the material, where if you put it on yourself, you will feel warm, but it also feels cool.
Yeah.
So even back then, my Asian ass was thinking, "Oh, the function is good for this purpose." For him, it was like an emotional attachment, but for me, I was like, "Fuck you, bro! You gonna sleep with a t-shirt on? This shit is nice."
I bet you there were just a lot of fights and crying between you two, just trying to share that blanket.
Well, I mean, I did used to get bullied by my cousins, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you were the one that they dogpiled on then?
Yeah. It's like, well, shit. Well, that got real awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm pretty like these days, like me and my cousins, we don't really talk too much, like if at all, really.
We gotta talk about cousins, because like Asian cousins are just like another thing entirely.
The thing about me is I have a hard time talking to my cousins because not all of them, of course. Like me and Jackie are okay, but like because like for certain cousins, like they bullied me when I was a kid, and like I don't know if it's because I'm a salty motherfucker, but like I still have some some subconscious resentment against it.
That's me.
Does that make sense?
That's me against like a lot of middle school people I used to know. actually. That's like the
But
exact same.
middle school, like most, I'm pretty sure you only know like maybe. Do you still? You don't even speak to any people from middle school, yeah?
Aside from, our one mutual friend, not really, I guess.
I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah, like
Yeah, you know who, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I keep more in touch with at least some people from high school, middle school.
because the thing
hate-
about middle school kids is like you're only going to see them for
Yeah.
3 years of your life and probably never speak to them ever again, right?
because they go to some people go to different high schools.
Or straight up moves and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is my blood, though. You know what I'm saying?
The blood, yeah.
So that's unavoidable.
Yeah, go on with your story, because I have interesting cousin stories.
Well, no, my cousin's story is very simple. It's just I used to get bullied as a kid, excuse me, and for some strange reason, everyone favored like my cousins instead. It's funny because the flip side, now everyone favors me because they know I'm a down ass bitch like that. But like, I'm pretty sure if they don't know, they should know. I'm pretty sure like, should anything happen, if they like betray the family or something, like they should know that they're dead.
The cousins,
Yeah,
or you,
them, like they should know. Like motherfucker, if I come out of my way to come after you, you know you're dead.
yeah.
There's a reason why like you left the hood, and I'm just saying.
Is it true like Asian families and cousins like are so hard to keep track of? Because like I have so many like uncles, aunts, cousins. I'm a uncle myself. I have so many nieces and
Yes,
nephews. Like,
dude,
oh my god.
I think my either my generation, like within my direct like timeline,
Yeah.
I don't know if my parents or myself was born super late or something, because I apparently have a niece in air quotes that
Yeah.
is 2 months younger than, it was either 2 weeks younger than me or 2 weeks older than me.
Oh yeah, same. I have a nephew who I swear he looks taller and older than me, but he's actually younger than
I ain't
me.
seen her in ages.
Yeah.
So shouts to you, whoever the fuck you is. I don't even know your name. But like, but like I'm sure like she's a cool person or whatnot. But like it's just like it was so I couldn't get along with her because I'm like, yo, am I your uncle or like am I your cousin? Because like this is weird. We like the same age and shit. That's like if you and I were related and I was your uncle.
I'm just remembering
Work.
no, not like that. I remember this one rap group where there was an uncle and a nephew in them. They were related. You remember Party Rock Anthem, that song?
Party rockers in a house tonight.
Yeah, like Red Foo and the
Scott
other
Blue?
guy, like yeah, they're like uncle and nephew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that'd be like having that kind of group would be like me having my famous rapper uncle and me rapping in that group.
Who's your famous rapper uncle that you would may or may not want to reveal?
He's a public figure, so he like.
Yeah, but I
doesn't
don't
matter.
know if like he associates.
I call
with
him.
you, vice
I call
versa.
him Day. He's with the group Titanium. So yeah, I talk with Kent about this, but like he's really big in Japan. But yeah, I have that. Just going back to the family relations and stuff, like there's a lot of complexities to cousins and whatnot, right?
For me to keep track in Canada is pretty simple. It's just me and then my other 3 immediate cousins.
Yeah.
One of them might be gay.
Okay.
I don't know how I said that.
I mean, if he's out, then kudos to them.
I mean, I don't really care about like
Yeah.
you already abandoned us anyway, so
Yeah, but my cousins, I have a few in the States because I don't think I have any cousins in Canada. Like we don't have a lot of immediate family in Canada, but my family has a lot of immediate family in upstate New York and
New York.
yeah, the thing I'll just talk about like I could just go on and on about like my whole big family, but I'm just gonna focus on like my direct cousins, I guess. My father's brothers, daughters, and they were all girls, right?
So you're okay.
Yeah, like I grew up with like girl cousins, like all of them are younger than me. So
That's hilarious because all on my end, like they're all dudes. We're all dudes.
yeah, but like they tormented me.
Really? I thought because I don't know. I thought like female siblings and cousins would be like chill.
They no, I first time I went there we were chill. Second time they were just like, okay, let's torment this boy in our
What kind of fucked
family.
up shit did they do to you then? Because you look like you're going through like flashbacks.
No, no, I'm kidding. You can just like
No, fuck you. No, you need to expand on that. You can't just fucking like bail out of that, bro. The fuck?
you don't need to know that much about me, but
Okay, name at least one event that happened to you that you hold quote unquote resentment or like a bad memory of.
I would like to talk, but I like seriously I can't really
Fuck them.
recall.
You're good. I'm joking.
No, like I just remember just a lot of endless teasing from them, to be honest.
What did they call you, gay? Because you need to realize.
No, never. No, I didn't go into homophobic territory or anything like that. But
On my end, everyone was gay at a point, man. Like, because we grew up in the early 2000s where gay kind of held no real meaning.
all your cousins were dudes, my guy.
Yeah, but well, okay, yeah, that's true. I think, and again, one of them might actually.
No,
be gay.
I was just picked on them because like I was the only guy in the family, and
okay,
it was worse when my sister was born too.
Yeah, once you worded it like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I can't even remember what happened, to be honest. But, yeah, some things happened, and this. Then I guess something changed when my uncle.
When the Fire Nation attacked.
No, my uncle, like my dad's older brother, he unfortunately passed away due to leukemia. R.I.P.
Sorry, what's the
leukemia? Blood cancer.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
I always get those two confused, and then now I have final confirmation that they're the same thing.
Yeah, so I guess at that point, some things happen, and everything kind of tapered off because there's a mourning period, and a lot of people. I just remember a lot of family members, like even I didn't know who all of them were, like just coming and coming in and out of their household and stuff like that, because with some Asian families, like the community just involves themselves within your family matters. At least that's for mine, at least.
Because a very similar thing happened when my grandmother from my dad's side passed away. We flew back to Asia, and I was like, I never understood this. Like, if the last time I was in Asia was when I was 2. Why is there a purpose of asking me, yo, do you remember who I am? Do you remember who this is? No, I was fucking 2.
Yeah, I get a lot of those questions too.
The fuck you mean? Like, you have to remember me. You used to love me. Like, I don't even know your fucking name, cuz. We ain't even speaking the same language. We have a translator.
Yeah.
I speak rice, but like, fool, like, what? No, but my family's cool.
Yeah, but at that point, like, the older sibling of, like, the group, I had 3 cousins from that group. Like, the older one, I felt like she took more of a responsible role because like she was looking out for her mom and stuff like that, who was at that point about to get overworked and stuff like that. So
yeah, I can only imagine, dude.
Yeah, so like things happen, and we're cool now, but there's some.
Did you used to like hold like resentment against them, or are you saying like what
it's complicated? Like I can't really get into it right now.
We need to have a second episode whenever you're comfortable.
I don't want to be honest.
You will be comfortable someday.
No, you will.
I'm gonna get your cousin on this show.
You will not be my psychiatrist, my psychologist,
psychiatrist, fam.
Yeah, well, you don't. I think the psychiatrist.
No, I meant like
me with meds.
No, I meant like within your context, psychiatrist.
Yeah, sure, why not? But that's the thing. We're cool now. She but like I'll mention this, that both me and my my female cousins, like we have different personalities. Like they're more.
You're a hip hop. She's R&B.
Well, like I'm more. If you know your type A and type B personalities, she's more type A and I'm more of a laid back type B.
I have no idea.
Type A is like you're overachieving, just like hardworking and stuff like that.
Oh, like the yappies.
More extroverted. Okay, let's just keep it to extroverted, introverted.
You're clearly introvert.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's very extrovert.
Yeah, overachieving. Me, I'm just like hanging out and barely.
Making my way downtown.
just making a B average grade or something like that. Yeah.
Yo, I actually. Now, obviously, I haven't met your cousin, but like, I actually hate people like that, and I'll explain why in a very short story because we're running low on time. So I used to volunteer for this. What's it called? I don't want to give away the organization in case if like this might look bad on them, but I used to volunteer. Let's just put it as a retirement home. We're gonna call it that.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday night we would run like these like bingo games for them and shit. And then eventually, like, I guess I was put in charge, right? And then this kid, at the time I was about 15, 16. And then this kid was like, maybe like 13, 14-ish. He was like, oh, why is he put on charge? And then I'm like, so what I said to him was, because I'm older than you, I've been here longer, and I know how everything works. Like, what the fuck do you mean? It's bingo. Right? So and it's true. I've been there at the time for about 2 years, right? 2 years, right? So then this kid's like talking mad shit about me. He's like, yeah, but like look at the way he's dressed. At the time, this is like bandana Kirby, okay? So this is when I was like decked out in bandanas. I don't think I got the dreadlocks yet, but like your boy was ratchet as fuck, okay?
Yeah, he was like from the hood or something like that.
I was ratchet as fuck, basically, but I certainly like knew how to like speak to seniors and shit. But it was like kind of going off. It's like he looks like a hooligan, yeah, whatever, and it's talking about how he goes to a gifted school, whatever, right? So I'm like, okay, so do you want to run this? He's like, of course I want to run this. I'm like, yeah, too bad, right? And he kind of, and it was, you could tell that he was salty about it, right? From just like, well, too bad I'm in charge and you're not in charge, right? So then eventually, like, you know, everything is going smooth. Now, this is the part that nobody knows about. So I went to the washroom to take a piss. So then I wash my hands, been drying my hands. This kid comes in, right? And he's like, and he's like, yo, you already know, like, if I was in charge, whatever, right? Like, this whole thing would be tight, yada, yada, whatever, right? So I'm like, listen, kid, like, there's a lot. First things first, I'm also a kid. I'm 15, 16. I'm like, listen, kid, like, there's a lot of shit in this earth that you haven't seen yet that you won't ever recognize, because you need to remember you came from a fucking suburban gated area. I've seen shit for like, okay, I'll tell you what that shit is.
Was this kid like a white kid or something like that?
You know, he was Asian.
Oh, okay. Oh, Asian.
Honestly, ethnicity doesn't matter, because to me it's either you're a good person or a bad person, and he was a terrible motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the point was, the type of shit that I've seen at the time that I was referring to was when I was 9 years old. I've seen a shootout literally happen approximately 20 meters from my front door, and I was fucking 9 years old. So I'm like, I've seen shit in my life before. You're just a kid, and you, on top of that, you haven't seen anything in your life before. You're too immature and too brash, right?
And privileged.
I think actually I use the word spoiled and privileged, because I don't think I was nearly as soft spoken as I am now. Because remember, 16 ratchet Kirby. So this kid's still talking shit, basically, right? And I'm sorry about this, dude. I just got so fed up with this kid. I just need him in the chest. Like, just straight up need him in the chest.
How was he a tall person? Like, did you just like that or something?
Well, you also need to remember, at that time I was doing martial arts too.
Oh,
so
shit.
either way, I would have fucked him up. He was taller than me or shorter than me. He was about the same height as me, maybe a little bit shorter.
Was he fat or thin?
It doesn't matter. He was thin. He was a toothpick, bro. Fuck chopsticks. He was a toothpick.
Oh, you could have pushed him off easily then.
It doesn't matter. I feel bad about this, but yeah. So I told him, I'm like, yo, if this was like in the hood right now, and if this was the wrong person, you easily could have died. So take this as a learning experience to humble yourself.
Bitch, be humble, yeah.
Pretty much. But again, I shouldn't say shit because I was only 16. But yeah, yada yada yada. A few years later, this dude messages me, right? Like he hits me up on my phone and was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I made it to this college. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Because that's not me dissing. I legit didn't recognize this number. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Right? And then he explains to me like who he was, like remember when you fucking kneed me in my throat when I was 14? No, but he told me how like it just so happened that was like a turning point for him, and he started like to like grow like a lot more humble and shit. Because he actually did end up like, I guess he was so embarrassed or whatever that he left that like place that we volunteered at. But eventually like he started to see things like more.
He saw the light, and
I don't want to put it like that, because it's making me sound like a god. And I mean I am a god, but like what I mean by that is like he realized like he was basically being a dick, and he realized he was doing that. And
it takes a lot of effort to see that they are themselves a dick. Yeah. Okay,
what we're going to do, because we're running past time.
I just want to.
Sorry, camera cut off. But yeah, you were saying?
Yeah. So my cousin isn't like as like that, but like I can see why there are like some people like that. But I will say she did a lot of volunteering and extracurricular work and all that shit in school, and I did nothing. Like I just went to school and back home, and you know, if I had to do hours and shit, I just did it. But like, you know, we have a bunch of different personalities, and I can see why some might rub the wrong way.
Well,
you know?
like that kid was also an extreme example though, because he kept on bragging about like all these programs and shit that he's like accomplished, all his accolades and shit.
I got a participation medal in a
fairness,
spelling bee.
No, in fairness, he is like quite a gifted like scholar, but he's just a dick at the time.
So was he like in a gifted program? Did he
most likely? I'm sure he was like in some kind of private school or some shit. I don't know, but this kid is gifted. I say kid, but obviously he's an adult now. But
it was like I'm just seeing two different worlds clashing. Like one is like kind of from a lower class.
The fuck you trying to say?
One is a broke moody fucker, and then one is.
Oh, like you actually said it like that too. You say shit against me. You broke ass moody fucker.
Yeah, but one is the other one is like a privileged suburban kid. Yeah, and you're both Asian too. That's so.
Again, ethnicity doesn't matter to me. But the thing, but like, I still feel bad that I need this kid in like his chest or throat.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, he could have fucking died. but yeah.
I can't picture. I really have struggled to picture you doing that. I like, you didn't throat punch him, or did you just straight up knee him or something like that?
I did like a Muay Thai thing. So I clinched the neck and then I rammed the knee.
In the washroom, right?
In the washroom.
Yeah. Well, you could have at least taken it to the back or something like that.
Sounds gay as shit. In the most literal sense possible.
Yeah.
But no, I just... Because I felt insulted. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to let no kid punk me like this. Number one. So number one, it was driven by pride. And then number two, it was like, yo, like you I know you won't be talking this way if you grew up where I did. And that is an absolute fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just put the Jesus into him.
I just put the knee to the chest. No, but that's also why I didn't like Crazy Rich Asians.
You don't like CRA, right?
Yeah, because to me, CRA is chubby ratchet Asian, not no Crazy Rich Asian. No, but I didn't like Crazy Rich Asian because I'm like, this is too perfect of a movie. And what I mean by that is there's not a single... The only flawed character is still fucking successful.
Yeah, she's like a business professor too, and you know that...
Oh, no, I'm not talking about Constance Wu. I'm talking about the supporting character, the one who cheated on his wife.
Ah, shoot, I can't remember. I can't remember if he was played by
I don't...
Cheng.
You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah,
but even him, he's still like a successful bastard. I'm like, yo, how about we get that Asian movie about the kid who grew up like who got bullied and shit as an Asian kid? Like I don't know. I just feel like
it's a movie about rich people.
They've played it too safe. That's why I didn't like it. I know a lot of people love it because Asian representation. I'm like, where were you motherfuckers when fools was getting bullied and shit?
Yeah.
You remember that one video clip back in like the early 2000s of this one kid getting like chased down by 7 white dudes, and then they robbed his jacket and fucked him up? Do you have like a vague memory of that? He was wearing like a bright red jacket, I think. In a coat.
Real talk, I think I had an experience like that myself.
Exactly. Like where were the fools?
Only it was black dudes
yelling out. Okay, awkward. Where was like those fools that was like talking about Asian pride and shit then? Oh no, but Crazy Rich Asians, it's just so positive. Like what the fuck? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Netflix movie Call You Maybe or something like that with
Carly Rae Jepsen.
No, it was based on it had the same song title as a Mariah Carey song, Always Be My Maybe. Yeah, it starred Ali Wong and the dad from Fresh Off the Boat, and it was
Randall Park.
Yeah, Randall Park. Yeah, Randall Park.
I love that guy.
Wong. Ali Wong's she's a really funny comedian, and she made that movie. And it was. I think you'll if you find time to find it somewhere, you'll like it because it's much more grounded. Guy is like.
Mic to face.
Sorry.
Yo, you break, you buy.
You break, you buy.
Are you were saying?
Yeah. I was so sorry for that camera cutting incident. I guess.
He was so ugly that the camera broke.
Yeah, it was that bad. But yeah, I was just saying, Always Be My Maybe's like another really grounded Asian kind of focused film. Doesn't like unlike Crazy Rich Asians, like it does have a diverse cast of characters, but
What do you mean they're all Asian?
They're not all Asian. They're not all Asian in like Always Be My Maybe. Whereas I feel like Crazy Rich Asians, like they're all like
they're all crazy. They're all rich, and they're all Asian.
Yeah, and you talked to me about this once about like if you want to show real diversity, you would have a diverse cast, right? Instead of just like all just one race or something like that, right?
Even if a movie was like just full of Asians, everyone needs to be different from their backgrounds. Because if you watch Crazy Rich Asians, right, everyone came from more or less the same background except for the dude who cheated and Constance Wu.
Yeah,
they were just born into royalty.
They're all rich.
Yeah, and like that's a fun scenario. But like, how about fools like me or like you me more so, I guess, who grew up in the ghettos?
I mean, I grew up in the space between the ghettos, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
the space between the ghettos.
it's kind of a weird neighborhood that I lived in, but yeah, that's a good movie. I think
it was funny if you realize if you remove every second letter from ghetto, it's still ghetto.
Second letter?
Yeah, like you remove so G and then you remove the H, E, and then you remove the T, it's still a T.
Okay.
And then O. So it's still ghetto.
Yeah.
Damn, that's deep. Not really.
Yeah, but I guess you want to wrap things up, or you want to talk more about Crazy Rich Asians?
I don't have time, so you need to get out of my house.
Okay, fair enough. Bye.
Just kidding. No, but seriously though, we do need to get the fuck out of my house soon. So, William, tell us where we could find you on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
I think all my handles are the writer SITB, so just follow me on those and you'll see YouTube.com/Beaverboy679. Actually, I got my custom URL.
You got it now?
Yeah, Xavier kind of helped me with that. So it's
shout out to Xavier too.
The writer's SITB, so
perfect.
Yeah, it'll be in the description. So
no, it won't. Anyways, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, and even Anchor.fm at Kirby Kwan Jr. That's KIRBY KWANJR. Be sure to follow our podcast on multiple platforms, including Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Breaker, RadioPublic, and Google Cast, and so much more. Just search Ghetto Fabulous Podcast. That's GHETTOFABULOUS podcast. It's hard to say that out loud. But that'll be it from us for today. Sorry for the video feed issues, but we hope you enjoyed it. Your boy William, Kirby Kwan Jr., and my widow one. And that will be it for today. Actually, I think I know what to name him. I'm going to name him Min. And his full name...
Like MINH Min?
No, just MIN.
Okay.
And then his full name is Min. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Bye.
These nuts.